This is Draw My Year, the story of how me and Gary met. Word of warning, I am shit at drawing. I have never known a year to go over so bloody quick. And I'm not normally the lovey-dovey type, but I thought I might as well be here. So let's start when I first met Gary in Blackpool last year. We had to share a bedroom together because that's how it was. And we got on so well together that I started developing a crush for Gary very early on. I've caught feelings. I told Kirsty and Peter about a week after and I was so embarrassed. And a week after that, I messaged Gary and asked him out on a date. Well, I was pissed. So our first date was a little bit different. We went to Hadrian's teepee, cuddled in front of the fire, went for a walk down the quayside, and then went to the Sage. There was this Christmas market on, and we went to the Cumberland Arms, and then saw a choir, and then went to the Highmain. This was a very different date. And we spent the next few weeks getting to know each other, developing feelings, that kind of thing, and we spent New Year's Eve day together watching The Greatest Showman. January went over really quick because we were establishing ourselves as a couple, even though my mental health was subtly declining. And me and Gary went to the Picks quite a lot, and we had our first kiss after the film Jumanji. February was a bit of a mixed month because a lot was happening, and me and Gary had a few arguments here and there, and I had my first ever meltdown in front of him. And when I was having this meltdown, I was thinking, is he going to leave us? He's going to see this bad side of us, and he doesn't know what he's letting himself in for. And another really important thing that happened was Lindsay met him for the first time, and she, gave him the approval of being with me, I think. We reached yet another milestone. I met Gary's family. I was very nervous, but I needn't worry because his mum and brother Jamie adored us. And I also threw a shoe up the shoe tree in Heaton Park. And Gary had his first ever house party with me. That was interesting. In April, I was getting more and more stressed, and I was letting everything out on Gary, and we were just arguing so much, and it was down to miscommunication. We're getting more and more stressed out, and it was just a mess, but we got through it. And during all of this, it was Gary's birthday, and I got a caricature of him holding Pennywise and in front of Blackpool Tower, and it was really, really good, and we cried so much. And Gary also met my mum during this performance of Tell Me the Truth About Love, and that went really well as well.
Me and Gary were really arguing to the point where we almost considered breaking up. There is a bit of a pattern coming here. I mean, it was just a lot going on with me and Gary and everything, and it was just not good, really not good. And it was my birthday, and Gary made me eggy soldiers, and it was so cute. Oh my god! And we also went to see Matilda at the Sunlight Empire, and June was a bit of a quiet month, although my friend Kev died, and me and Gary went round the park to forget about it. And July, me and Gary went on our first holiday together to Emmerdale with Kirsty and Peter, and we said I love you for the first time. It was amazing. In August, I accepted a property in Vega, And there was a lot of meltdowns because, you know, moving is fucking stressful, like really fucking stressful, and you cannot take any of that writing at all. But anyway, yeah, on to September, I basically had Gary stay over and we spent the night like looking at the stars on the veranda, and it was like something out of a movie. It was so romantic. October, there was a lot of changes. My diabetes just completely did a 180 and it was just horrible, and I couldn't cope, but Gary supported us. And November was tough again because of ESA and shit like so that. The bastards just did not want to fucking make me suffer anymore. I had a fit that day as well. It was shit. Also in November, we went to see Home Alone at the stage. Oh, it was so good. So good. And now it brings us back to now. It's been a bit of a weird year, I know, Gary, but you know, we've gotten through it and we're in this together now. We're a team and we giggle loads, we laugh loads at the stupidest shit, and we're not going anywhere. I know you put up with a lot of shit with me, and I put up a lot of shit with you, but you know what it is? Who fucking cares? We're in this together, bitch! And Gary, I'm not gonna lie, you have changed me for the better in these past few months, especially because I have more strength now, and you have been my absolute fucking rock during all of this, and I just, oh my god, I don't want to cry. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. That's all I can say.